She didn't call me. I was her husband of 10 years, but in her darkest hour, she knew my heart was already gone.
Elena was dying in a house that felt like a tomb, and I was the one who had locked the door from the outside.
They say silence is golden. They're wrong. In our house, silence was a slow-growing cancer. For 3,650 days, Elena and I lived in a graveyard of almosts. Almost a positive test, almost a nursery, almost a family.
It happened on a Tuesday, the day I finally snapped. "10 years, Elena! I've spent a decade providing for a ghost!" I come home and it sounds like a tomb in here. What?
Mark, please. I'm trying. I've prayed.
Then your God isn't listening! I'm done waiting for a miracle that's clearly never coming. I'm done being the only one mourning a life we'll never have. Don't bother leaving the light on. I don't think I want to find my way back.
I moved into the guest room that night. We became roommates who shared a mortgage and a tragedy. Every time I saw her, I saw my own failure. I buried myself in the firm. I stayed late, drank expensive scotch, and pretended I didn't hear her sobbing through the vents at 2 a.m. While I was building walls, our neighbor, Sister Sarah, was trying to tear them down.
She was 80 years old and convinced that God was just working in the dark. I hated her optimism. It felt like an insult to our reality.
He's forgotten me, Sarah. My husband looks at me like a bad investment.
Oh, honey. Child, look at my roses. They don't grow because of the sun, they grow because they survive the winter.
Silence isn't absence, Elena. It's the master artist preparing the canvas.
He hasn't closed your file. He's just writing a chapter you aren't ready to read yet.
3 months of Cold War. Sunday morning at Grace Chapel felt like a court hearing. I sat there, checking my watch, counting the minutes until I could escape back to my spreadsheets. Then, Pastor Silas stopped.
There is someone here who feels like an expired book on a dusty shelf. He's talking about someone else. Let's go. I was so blinded by my own bitterness that I couldn't see the woman beside me was literally breaking apart.
I was at a meeting that night. Another lie. I was sitting in my car in a dark parking lot staring at the steering wheel. My phone buzzed. 10 missed calls from Sarah, 1 from Pastor Silas, none from my wife.
When I got to the hospital, I saw Silas and Sarah in the waiting room. They looked at me with a pity that burned worse than anger.
I felt like the smallest man on earth.
Is she okay? Is it a tumor? We've had scares before. I shouldn't have left her alone.
It was a gallbladder flare-up, Mr. Sterling. Painful, but manageable. However, we did an ultrasound to check for inflammation. Elena is 12 weeks pregnant, with twins. 2 healthy, perfect heartbeats.
I fell. I didn't just sit. I collapsed.
I had spent 10 years blaming Elena, blaming God, and throwing vases at the very miracle that was already growing inside her.
I begged for her forgiveness. I begged for his.
Maybe you're where I was. Maybe you're staring at a shattered vase in a silent house. But take it from a man who almost threw away his entire world. God's silence isn't a no, it's a not yet.
Your breakthrough is breathing down your neck right now, even if you're standing in the dark.
Subscribe so you never lose hope when the rooms get silent.
God has not forgotten me.
Let's fill the comments with that promise. Amen to that. Amen.
He's still working in the dark. Don't turn out the light just yet.